Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we are playing Kentucky Route Zero. So in the last episode we basically traveled a bit. Try to get all my stuff right here. Yes, we did. Okay, so we traveled a bit with a group. It was a singing group, and we ended up going to see their show, and they come and join us. I feel like that last one was probably a little short, but I got interrupted in a phone call and messed up my timing. But it's all right. Either way, we ended up trying to head to Route Zero again, but unfortunately, destinally, I think it was destiny, that we ended up at the mountain, the Hall of the Mountain King, the Mountain of the Mountain King. Either way, we got to the top of it, and there was a computer system up here called Xanadu. It was run by a bunch of people who seem to be tending to it. A computer system that's been affected by mold, recircuiting it somehow. So now, we are in the chapter, or the scene, that is about checking out Xanadu. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. This is Xanadu. Flip it over. Shit's upside down. Xanadu. At Den of Ardo. I might have to throw an epilepsy warning if you see one. What, you are standing at it of the mouth bidding around fest. This thing is in rough shape. Do you think these switches do anything? Conway flips an unlabeled switch. You stand at the road small around you. Okay, that's worse. It's kind of like a house. Type house. House. Hats. Right. The computer is definitely damaged, heavily. Oh, I didn't catch that. In building, I think that's what it said. Woo! Shit's all fucked. You are in building at low, east, west passage with everywhere. Holes everywhere. Oh. Boot up. Alright. Remove the and a trying next being sent to put back. Time for some percussive maintenance. Conway thumps the side of the machine with his palm. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Old systems like this one can build a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settling into, you know? The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway. I like shaking a snow globe. It's like shaking a snow globe. Worth a shot. I hope it works. Ugh, because that noise is atrocious. Hall of the Mountain King. Gink, or King in reverse. Everywhere may a tunnel open. Well, okay. Stalactites adorn the ceiling center of the fire. Center is enormous rock spire. It's where you set up. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. Woof. Man, oh man. If you weren't deaf before. That shit was loud. Sound warning. That's definitely something that had to have gone on there. Act 3, Scene 6. The Hall of the Mountain King. Again, back to the Hall of the Mountain King. I don't know what was up with that computer, but it was definitely hard to fucking follow what was going on there. As I was reading it, as broke as it was. Bizarre. And what was that about, Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Yes, let's return to Donald. We're just gonna walk around this fire, like, yeah, okay, cool. So we're just going around the top of this place and work our way back around to the front where Donald was located, and hopefully be able to find out what to do next. I'm pretty sure that as I've played this, Shannon has gotten more country as we went. Or maybe I've used the same voice. I can't even tell anymore, honestly. It's hard to maintain when you jump around from voice to voice on any particular. I'm not very good at voice acting in the respect of having multiple ones. I can do a few different types pretty well, but it's hard to come up with like 1,000 fucking voices in a completely unvoice acted game. So minus the song, and that was actually pretty good because I wasn't far off of what Junebug actually sounds like. Amy. A woman in tattered cardigan looks furtively at other people around the fire. To Donald, we're almost to him. Oh Lord, it's taking forever to wrap around. There we go. Talk to Donald. So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? It's pretty busted. The chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see that it once what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, nearly real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them walking heavily around through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. And then we caught a glimpse of one. What do they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. I couldn't be telling you about this. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I had listened to Lula... Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? How do you know her? It was a long time ago, all this, you see. Just look at it. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Oh, this Donald. Boy, oh boy. I didn't expect him to be an old man. My original voice for him was completely different. Lula is gone from here. But, Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there. In Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind the damn tangled highway. But Xanadu, before its ruin, it was faultless as an oracle, a shrine of perfect simulation. Shrine to perfect simulation. But maybe. Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness, and watch your step. After a while, you'll feel terrain change beneath your feet, hands, and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud, and then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now, leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. Okie doke. Another short scene. It was Act 3, Scene 7. Where the strangers come from. Ooh, it's a graveyard. Alright, alright. Let me a creepy little chapter. I've been using a mostly southern voice for the fact that we're in Kentucky. I don't know how southern people are in Kentucky, but I don't know. Some of these just seem appropriate to be a little bit of a southern twang to most of their voices. So I enjoy the sound of it. It works for me. And the kid and the dog. Is everyone here? Party of 5? Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. I guess. I want to stay outside. Why? I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. Okay, we'll make it quick. Holy shit. Find any lizards? One, but it went under a rock. That's lizards for you. Why do you dress like a punk? A punk? Now what's a punk dress like, kid? Can you tell me? I dress like Junebug, specifically. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about half foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all the rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. He hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. We knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road. Just those two featureless shadows, and ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. Whew. I did not take the time to look for anything. Just went straight to that conversation, apparently. I wonder what would happen if I went and searched around. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't. Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. I wonder what happened in there. I wonder if I'll get to see later. Act 3, Scene 8. Boy, these things are just fucking poof, 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 scene by scene, right by. 12 minutes and 4 or 5 scenes. Back to the Hall of the Mountain King. At least we found what we needed, I guess. I wonder if I chose another option when I went with them to see what was inside. Or if I'm supposed to find out now. I don't know. Either way, let's talk to Donald. Singing softly. Trace an orbit round the road, and close your eyes with holy bread. Dread. For we on a mold and whiskey fed, and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh? Soon, the visions will return. What have you found? They say we need a specific type of phrase to restore it. Oh? A bit of a poem and to rally the illustrious spirit. Of course. Well then, type away. By all means, do not hesitate. Type away. I'm going to literally type the word away if they let me. To Xanadu. Okay. We're supposed to type dome in air. Weird. Just follow instructions. Just following the instructions. Here we go. Back to Xanadu. And the loudness that is this computer system. Act 3, Scene 9. Feel like they would have moved on by now. Back in Xanadu. This loud old computer system. Sounds like my microphone's fucking up with how loud the buzzes are. Oh, look at that. The background dropped out. Guess we are on the right path. Deposit. Xanadu. Okay. At end of road. That's actually a pretty decent little 3D world he created for himself. Am I supposed to keep doing that whenever it gets weird? Or is that part of the process? You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Tanya typing enter building. Inside building. Oh, lantern. Use vector graphics, man. This is old school. You are inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. Get the lantern. Get the lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. Buzz. You are in open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? Types climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? You can't seem any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. North? You're in a forest. Lula is here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she's doing. Hi, Donald.
Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitors, values, and tweaking resistors networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled.
Lula hands you the radio.
Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back.
East.
East?
You're in a forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of this backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like Xanadu. Joseph runs his fingers along the index cards he's been tapping on, from right to left. Long, weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. This would be the same first guy I spoke to at the gas station, so I'm doing my best to remember what I made him sound like. More normal and country. I'm eager to see what the poetics subsystem makes of these punch cards. All right, west it is. Hey, we found something. Apparently. At edge of hole. Buzz. Ooh, it goes in. It's vector like the Root Zero cave. You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer, tied to your upper back, slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the straps of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Shine the lamp in the hole. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. The lamp light only reaches a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. We'll go down the hole, but we need to get a thing.
Yell down the hole first to see if there are pirates.
Yell. I only understand you as far as wanting to yell. Yell. Any pirates down there? No response. Sorry, kid. You're batting zero today.
At least we know there's no pirates.
We're not jumping down this hole without support. Try using the rope to climb down safely. I roped a tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. So now we're in the hole. In bed quilt. Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't know. Ooh, okay. We are in a cave. A vector cave system. You are in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up.
That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Set up the gear?
Set up gear. I only understand you as far as wanting to set the up above. Set the up above. Lula looks pensive.
What's the gear they're carrying?
Ask Lula about gear.
Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned to my voice, so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and punch cards he's transcribed from the poems. We read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. You've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up?
Ask her about the cave.
Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment, or not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. I'm glad I'm not down here alone.
Joseph looks uncomfortable.
Jealous?
Let's see. Hey, Donald. Can you help me wire up these generators?
I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time.
You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. I'm gonna help wire up the generators. help Joseph. I appreciate it, Donald. I'm not much of an electrician, you know. You know what? You know that. Joseph hands you a bundle of wires. His kitten curls up on a spool of cabling. Listen, the three of us have a good thing for a moment, wouldn't you say? Up at the old place before it got ugly. I'm saying, we came down here to work, to really do it. Xanadu. And I mean, you've got to be rational about this. All three of us have got to put our feelings aside for a bit and be rational. Do you know what I'm saying? Just agree with whatever he's saying. This isn't helpful. Joseph sets down the wire strippers in his hand. You really mean that? Pretty okay, Donald. I mean, you have a clear idea on what's sensible. We're in unmapped territory here, strange to the whole thing. Gotta have a focus. She'll understand. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that?
Let's check it out.
Oof. In tunnels. I just keep demagnetizing this thing whenever I get a chance. Moving through the tunnels. It seems we're walking around. I'm not sure what the purpose is. Another weird shaped one. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. That got kind of intense back there. I hope they moved on by now. The tunnel narrows. Soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Oh, his map was in here. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some sort of piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. Is that where we feel the mud? Crystal room. What are these? What are those? Is he looking at me? He is. They are. Ooh, that's so creepy. Creepy skeleton men. What's up, creepy skeleton men in the wall? You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Let's listen to what they have to say. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirls to life and crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. I didn't want to run north. That would be to Joseph. Lula, that's wrong. Anyway, Lula headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered. You have hit a dead end.
Who are they?
Comfort her. Comfort Lula. You reassure Lula that the strangers are harmless.
Are you sure? Maybe they're right. It sounds like they've gone back to work. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact, and we'll find our way back to the equipment.
In bed quilt. Gong. You are in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula is here, panting for breath.
Did they follow us? Where's Joseph?
She seems pretty scared. Reassure Lula.
I know, but never mind. I don't want to think about it. I guess we should wait for Joseph here. This is where he'll go, right? Search for him.
I only understand you as far as wanting to search. We have to be more specific.
With the equipment.
Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing.
Down one of the tunnels.
Search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern eliminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices, I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through the network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here, and I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage. They deliver mail. They go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned into my mind's eye. Television, a scarecrow. Write this shit down. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. And I'm just going to put that list in that order. So I wrote all that down just in case I need it. Lula looks down at her feet. We should ask him more about that. What's up with Lula? Ask Lula what is up.
Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed.
Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it.
Whoa. We should stop him.
Stop Joseph. You shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. Why did I southern that fucking robot up just then? You'll die in those damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. Let's see. Tell him we can start a fire somewhere. So I guess finding us somewhere. Fire. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you. But not me. I'm going back to the surface.
Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon. I'm heading down to the Zero.
I think we need her to stay. Ask Lula to stay. You plead with Lula about the continued collaboration.
I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail and then you can see what your damn machine does with it.
Lula and Joseph have left. Interesting. So that was actually a while back in tunnels. We actually had this conversation in one of our video in between chapters 1 and 2 at the museum. This whole conversation on the tape. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship.
Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had this his heart broken.
You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passage for a new site in which to realize your vision.
Sounds like a genius.
How do you mean?
Fame.
Vanity ain't it the truth? My aunt Remedios, what a name, Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography, man, that's a word. And try it again. 2, 1. My aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter, mostly nudes and oil. She had this model, I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy, looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Aunt Remedios. God dang it! Oh, that was from this morning. I don't even have liquid for that. I don't have any liquid for this. Sorry, I'll save this for tomorrow. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Auntie Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had his magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening he was standing right next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting. Early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front, half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in this very specific way. But it itched him something. He'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from the open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck, and when Weaver or I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his head. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now, just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. That would be a interesting painting for the movement of all that. Hall of the Mountain King. So, this is a digital version of this. So this is where he lives now, but he actually put it into the Xanadu. It's more of a record of this man's past than it is his epic game in reality and all that such. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Now we're gonna be in Xanadu and play Xanadu in Xanadu. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistant 0. Realism Index 37%. Romance Index 2%. Mold Coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant. Assign assistance to a task or sleep until tomorrow. We should hire a new research assistant. It's a very long video. Type in hire. Uploading a job advertisement to university message boards. You have hired Weaver, who studied mathematics. Hire a new assistant, a new research assistant. Hire another one. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. No new applicants. Try again later. Alright, assign assistants to a task. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Transcription. Assigning available research assistants to transcription. Hire a new research assistant. Hire. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. No new applicants. Try again. I guess we should sleep. Time passes. Weaver types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistants 1. Realism Index 27%. Romance Index 17%. Mold Coverage 9%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until morning. Oof, we gotta hire more. I'm gonna go through this method and see if I get any new ones. I'll let you know as we go. Well, fiddling with this for quite a bit and probably running this episode considerably longer than I used to. I'm gonna have to go look up some information about this because I'm totally confused at what we're trying to do here. I think we're trying to get the right number of people to the right thing, so I'm gonna have to go back and talk to each of them and figure out who goes where and what goes what. So I might have to start this all over, possibly. But we'll take a look into it in the next episode of Kentucky Route Zero. And hopefully make some progress in this one. Have a great day. Oh, hey. I see that you guys are done with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, you can see another one over here on the right hand side. And of course, we've also got one on the left as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.